Hey everybody, I'm making this little video to answer a question that somebody had. The question was, when adding already mixed salt water, do I add it directly to my tank or do I add it to my sump? Well, truth be told, it depends on really what you have going on in your sump. If you have nothing, if you don't have a refugium within your sump, sure, you can vacuum out your sump as part of your water change and do your gravel suction as well. And then whatever remaining sump water you have, you can pump that into your tank. And then you can put all of your fresh salt water into your sump. You can get your heaters on it and set. And you can also get the salinity adjusted so it perfectly matches your tank. And once you have the temperature and the salinity perfectly matching within your tank, you can kick that switch on for your pump and you can let them mix. There's no harm or foul. It really, if you were to pump this directly into your tank, I have added water directly into my tank even before I had a sump. You know, you still have to add water to the tank, so does it really matter? Depends on really what you got going on. If you have a refugium within your tank, I would only drain that part way and then add water to that. And then same thing with your tank. If you're doing a water change and you haven't already drained part of that, and then just add water to that. That's another simple way of doing it. If you have a tank and you don't have a sump and you need to add water to it and you're not quite sure if the salinity is really quite there or the temperature, I mean, you really shouldn't put it in your tank unless you know specifically that it is the same. But if it's like within a point or two, salinity wise and or degree, you can put it into a jug and or bucket and place that on top of your reef if you can. And then just run an air tubing, which I actually set mine on the very top. And I have this air tubing actually right here that I place within my jug. Oops, just get it in there. Blink, there we go. So I have this that runs from my jug, and it runs down here into my tank, and I have a dripper on the end, so this is also my dosing jug. But if I was to add salt water on this, I'd take this tip off and just go ahead and just let it flow right in there. And that's just if I'm adding like a gallon or two of just straight fresh water due to evaporation. Just remember, salt doesn't go anywhere. So that's how I add my fresh water from my RO. But yeah, so hopefully that will kind of make a little bit enlightened along with everybody else's comments. If you ever have any questions, feel free to ask. As a guy who was a new person just like you, always do your research. Taking that 5 to 10 minutes to figure out what it is that you're looking at the store and figuring out if it can go in your tank or not can save you a lot of time, money, potentially dead loss. You know, it's just do your research. And also, to another beginner tip, do not ever add salt into your tank directly. Don't just take it and pour it into your tank. No. Bad, 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 bad. Always mix with water, then add to the tank. So, if your salinity needs to be raised, you can take about a couple gallons out of your tank, add a little bit of salt, and you can drip that back into your tank. In an hour or two, check the salinity, see if it's at 0.026 or wherever you like to keep it. And yeah. Or if you have too much salinity and you need to lower it, you can take water out, and then adding plain RO water back into your tank will lower the salinity. So, but that's going to do it for this video, guys. Questions, comments, always leave them below. But yeah, always remember, everybody, happy reefing, happy life.